Hello, it's 4 p.m. You're watching Quays News. I'm Oliver Sykes.
And I'm Fazila Munshi. Here's what's coming up on the programme today. An MP for Salford has called for an urgent rebuild of Clarendon Leisure Centre.
Recognising Diversity Celebration Week, we spoke to members of the neurodivergent community.
And today marks the spring equinox. Burrs Country Park has a new sustainable initiative. But first, our top story. Salford MP Rebecca Long-Bailey has called for an urgent rebuild of a Salford leisure centre following a fire which caused it to burn down in May 2024. She says the loss of Clarendon Leisure Centre has left the local community with nothing and the surrounding area already starved of facilities before the blaze. Tom Turner reports from the centre.
Sorry about the sound there. Our reporter Tom Turner was at Clarendon Leisure Centre. It's Neurodiversity Celebration Week, a worldwide initiative to challenge stereotypes and misconceptions about learning disabilities. Our reporter Henry Kitching has more.
It's definitely worth it. I think
Neurodiversity Celebration Week is a worldwide initiative that helps challenge stereotypes and misconceptions towards neurologically diverse people. I spoke to neurologically diverse student Will Quayle to find out more about his own experiences.
Upon my recent discovery of kind of me being neurodivergent and TISM, I guess, is it means a lot because it means that it's like appreciated and people like understand it and like people are talking about it, which it should be. Like there's a lot of positives to being autistic, but there's also negatives to it as well. Like if I ever need a moment, like I end up rotting in bed a lot at the moment, which I'm trying to avoid. But I think like being in here is really helpful in the fabrication lab, just because like if I ever need like a chill day, like I'll just come in here, I'll work on my Stormtrooper armor or I'll do work, just because it's like a really friendly environment.
I also spoke to civil servant Lutzer to find out more about being neurologically diverse in the workplace.
Yes, I am civil servant. Civil service is a disability-friendly employer. I've been there about 2.5 years now. Prior to that, I worked in the private sector and really did struggle because of lack of understanding what this, certain condition means for me. And it's just sort of, you push through. If you're not supported, you're just pushing through, and that can lead to burnout and, impact your mental health to the point where you are no longer able to work.
Henry Kitching, Quays News, Salford.
Thank you, Henry. Red tents serve as a shelter for many homeless people in Manchester. However, the council evicted many of them from St Peter's Square last month. Now the tents have moved to Albert Square and many activists are buying tents to show their support. Emma Stewart is now live at the square.
The Red Tent Camp was set up in the spring of 2024 so that homeless people would have a safe place to sleep. On February 26th, this camp was broken up and now the camp has moved from St Peter's Square to here at Albert Square. Now activists have joined and are setting up tents at the camp, and the number of tents have swelled from 35 to 42. Now 200 residents have been moved in to support accommodation. I spoke to a passerby in Manchester to hear his thoughts on this.
Oh, thanks, Emma, though. Sport now, and over to Marissa, who has the latest.
Thanks, Oliver. This morning we sadly had the passing of Formula One legend.
For gate crashing, but would you like to tell us what you were talking about?
Yes, absolutely. We are speaking about something that is related to the future,
The early hours of this morning, After battling prostate cancer for the past 12 months, he passed away peacefully, surrounded by his family, aged 76. A statement from his family said he'll be missed by so many people, but he leaves a ton of great memories to keep us smiling through our sorrow. The former Formula One team owner won 4 Grand Prix in his 15 years within the sport. His team competed between 1991 and 2005 and entered 250 races. Alongside his racing career, he was the host of Top Gear from 2016 and launched his own podcast, Formula for Success, in 2023 with David Coulthard. Eddie will go down in history as one of the most influential people in F1 history and the sports punditry world. On another note, with the international break in football this weekend, fans' eyes will be on Thomas Tuchel after he named his World Cup squad for the qualifiers. England will face Albania tomorrow night as Tuchel introduced the likes of Miles Lewis-Skelly and recent Carabao Cup winner Dan Burn, who definitely earned his place in the squad after scoring the opening goal for Newcastle against Liverpool on Sunday, to gain the Magpies their first major trophy in 70 years. Alongside this, both Marcus Rashford and Jordan Henderson have earned themselves a callback. Rashford having not played for England since March 2024, Tuchel speaks to the press on how he earned his place since moving to Aston Villa.
I felt that Marcus had a huge impact in Aston Villa since he changed to Aston Villa. The physical impact was impressive, and most importantly, the impact against the ball, his work rate, his defensive impact, his hard work in counter-pressing, his tracking back on his position was impressive.
Tuchel took over from Gareth Southgate as England manager in January 2025. Previously managing Chelsea, Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain, he has won 9 trophies in his managing career, including the Champions League and the Club World Cup. So England fans are hopeful for another trophy soon under the German manager, after reaching the Euro final last summer. Next for local sport, the latest in the Red Devils case has emerged, and the Swiss-led takeover has been facing issues since the start. Skipper Callum Watkins spoke up on his teammates' behalf, making the statement to The Sun. Not everything's been transparent, which hurts, and just tell us anything. And it's affected their families, it's affected mine, and it's just not right. Both players and staff have been left in the unknown with late wages and some staff not even being paid. This is apparently due to debts and repayments which the club owe, which is around £20,000 a week of loan repayments, which has a £1,500 of interest on it a day. However, the Salford Red Devils CEO claimed that the club would go under if this takeover had not gone through. That's all for sport today. Back to you, Fazee.
This weekend, Manchester Folk Festival is returning to the city. It's showcasing a range of folk talent from Morris dancing and live bands to spoon making. Samantha Stimson found out more.
While female artists top the pop charts, the folk scene remains male-dominated. Revolver are a folk group striving to challenge these stereotypes at the Manchester Folk Festival.
When women start a band, they have to kind of come up with something that makes them different, and a lot of bookers will say oh, we've already got our all-female band. So we essentially went, what is it these men are doing that's making them get booked so much? We took the music, we didn't carbon copy it, but we went, we're going to sort of parody it almost.
Oh, 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 just like a woman.
And it is just that thing that men just get given the more trusted roles. They're just I've been to so many festivals where it's been a stage full, 11 people on stage and all of them are men. And you think, God, you couldn't think of one female player that you wanted to play with. You just want it to be your lads club.
It's a big chance to get our kind of our music out there and our message out there as well. You know, it's a global stage being in Manchester. There's a lot of people there and a lot of people who we're trying to aim to get that message to.
It feels important that when you're making a statement about women being good, that you have to be good.
The festival creators want to attract more people to the folk scene.
When we say folk, it's a pretty broad church. It's indie folk, alternative, singer-songwriters. So yeah, but by having a broad definition, I think we can kind of appeal to a lot of different people as well. And then we've got a lot of musicians that are also moving the genre forward, just with how they choose to play and how they choose to experiment with traditional music.
Like music, craft is a big part of the folk scene. This Saturday, Ella McIntosh is leading a pewter craft workshop.
Well, it's my first time being part of the Folk Festival this year, but they were specifically looking for craft processes that involve sustainability and traditional craft making methods. So it's quite good because the more people that get eyes on to traditional craft and understand the skills that go behind it. I think that's got a vital role to play. I'm interested to see what people bring into the workshop, because obviously they're coming as folk festival participants, so I'm expecting them to know a lot about it. So I'm interested in sort of knowledge sharing in the workshop and me finding out a lot about sort of folk culture, and then them bringing and then me sharing my skills with them. But I just love the fact that people come, they've no idea about the metal, they've no idea about the process. A lot of them come and they're quite scared. You can see that they're a little bit hesitant, and then through the process they sort of get to learn the skills, and by the end of it they're absolutely flying.
The festival will be coming to the Northern Quarter this weekend. Samantha Stimson, Manchester.
On to entertainment. Georgina, what's going on in the world of showbiz?
Well, Fazila, there's a lot to catch up in showbiz today, but I'll start with something that's going on right outside. Tomorrow, Jamie Lang will complete his ultramarathon man challenge for Red Nose Day at Media City in Salford. This week, the Made in Chelsea star is running 150 miles to fundraise for Comic Relief, and with just over 24 hours until his expected finish, he has already raised over £500,000. He is currently on his way to Matlock to finish his 4th ultramarathon of the week. And along with the crazy challenges, Red Nose Day has already got a stacked lineup of live performances and comedic sketches. In between his stars, James Buckley and Joe Thomas will be reunited for a hilarious parody, Oasis The Reunion, the movie. Taking on the roles of the Gallagher brothers, the sketch will include celeb cameos and Britpop nostalgic moments as it looks back on their journey to becoming rock superstars. To watch all of this and more, make sure to tune in at 7 p.m. to BBC One or BBC iPlayer on Friday the 15th of March. Olivier award-winning production Pride and Prejudice, Sort of, has landed in Salford this week. The play by Isabel MacArthur incorporates pop classics and comedic storytelling in its modern take on Jane Austen's novel. You can catch Pride and Prejudice, Sort of, at the Lowry Theatre until this Saturday, the 22nd of March, so be quick and get tickets before it's too late. Now, Manchester Pride Festival has finally released its star-studded 2025 lineup for its brand new Mardi Gras, taking place on August Bank Holiday weekend. Across the 2 days, they will be celebrating LGBTQ+ life and love at Depot Mayfield with festivities and performances from icons like Ollie Alexander, Leanne and Billy Porter, to name a few. As well as the Mardi Gras, there will be other celebrations going on from the 22nd of August, with plenty of events to get involved in, like the Pride Parade and the Gay Village Party. Now, a new British drama miniseries has taken over Netflix. Adolescence is a 4-part series set in the north of England and follows the arrest of a 13-year-old boy for the murder of a female classmate. The series, which stars Stephen Graham and Ashley Walters, is a social commentary on the impact that misogyny and social media is having on young, impressionable boys. Impressively, each hour-long episode was filmed in just one shot, and it was the first acting debut for main character Owen Cooper, who plays the role of Jamie Miller. Adolescence has been the most watched show on Netflix across the world this past week, and has led to a wide discourse online. There's been a lot of tweets shared online with people's thoughts. Fatine said, "Give the entire cast and crew multiple Emmys."
Thank you, Georgina. I definitely won't be doing 5 ultramarathons anytime soon. And finally, today is the spring equinox, when both the day and the night are equal in length. The equinox is often seen as the first official day of spring, and animals across the Northern Hemisphere start to respond to changing weather and climate as the season changes. Burrs Country Park in Bury is well prepared, and they've installed a solar-powered vending machine as part of a new Feed the Ducks initiative, selling duck-friendly food for just £1 a portion. The food is a mix of barley, oats, peas and chopped lettuce, and is a far healthier alternative to bread.
Good idea, gets rid of bread. Well, it's not good for not good for birds, not good for ducks.
I bet they're having a quacking good time, those ducks.
On to the weather now, and Alice Cross has the latest.
We're in Bury, where it's been a lovely sunny day, and as we head into the evening, the weather will remain dry with the temperatures gradually dropping to around 8 degrees, so it's perfect to get outside. And looking ahead to tomorrow, We're expecting cloudier conditions, but the temperature will still reach a high of around 17 degrees, so still a lovely nice day. And over the weekend, we can expect some more scattered showers, so don't go out without your umbrella.
Thanks, Alice. It is a gorgeous day outside today.
It certainly is, and that's all we've got time for today. Have a lovely evening.
Goodbye.